Hey, we all know how we're gonna die, baby. We're gonna crash and burn.
Okay, if you've watched my channel through the years, you pretty much know my opinion on graded books. I've never been a real huge fan. It's not something I gone out of my way to hunt down or anything like that. But in the past couple months, I've managed to buy, let's see, like 5 or 6 graded books. And I think what's happening is a lot of the people that collect books, you can almost see it like it's almost like a herd mentality. They're all going away from graded books now. They're all, yeah, I think they all went into pre-grade horror. It's funny when you're watching it from my, the way I collect. Just watching all the trends that people follow, and it's I've always been that way. I've pretty much collected the same way through my 35+ years of collecting. And so now what's happening is a lot of these books are on the market now and nobody's buying them. So people like me, one of the original Vulture Club members, we swoop down and grab that. But there was one book that I actually sent away. I wanted to, just to get the experience of grading a book. And I bought this one, I'm going to say I bought it almost a 1.5 years ago now. It was an autograph book. So, but yeah, you can see it's autographed by Frank Miller. I wanted to get it authenticated. But this, I guess the other one doesn't come with the black border here that says JSA authenticated, But it's one of them signatures I've studied for years. And when I bought it, I bought the signature, or not the signature, I bought the book for $20. I got it, talked the guy down to $10, or $10 off. He originally wanted 30 for it. And Frank Miller is one of them people that I've, I pretty much know his handwriting, so I pretty much knew it was authentic anyways. Yeah, I just study these guys' signatures so much as going through the years. And just looking for the books and, being a fan of them, so. But then I'm no expert or anything. I could have been absolutely wrong, so. But yeah, so what I did was I bought the book at a show, and it's funny, like I said, 1.5 years later, I guess they're called facilitators or something like that. You can bring your books to the show, and they'll send it to CGC or sometimes it's CBCS. They'll send it to the company for you. They do like bulk, so they ship like probably like 100 books down there at the same time, and get them back and then ship them back to you. So I looked it up. I did price comparison, and to do it this way through going through the facilitator, it was going to save me about $10 to $15. I didn't have to pay shipping to get down there, which is nowadays I think it's like what, $13 or not that much, maybe like $10, $10 to $12, we'll say. So I automatically got that, and it was like $5 off, or I got a couple extra bucks because he gets a discount and stuff like that. So, but yeah, the total came out, which shocked me, because you have to pay for the book to get graded, you have to pay the book to get shipped back to you, and you have to pay for the signature authentication. So then there's like taxes and there's fees that So it came out to be about, I think it was $87, between $87 and $88 total to get this authenticated, sent back to my house. To be honest with you, it felt, I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I got it authenticated, great experience, but there was something so shallow about it, I guess. I don't know if that's the word I want to use, but it was so empty feeling. Maybe that's a better word. It was just empty buying this or paying for this grading. So do I see myself doing any more of these? Probably not through CGC. This was a one and done. I didn't really, I'll usually buy them if I can find, which I'll be showing you in a couple minutes here, but overall experience, the guy that runs the the shipping and getting everything graded or sending it down to be graded, and paying all the fees and all that stuff. Excellent, great customer service. Texted me like a couple days, a couple times throughout I think it took like 2 months to get back to me. So, but again, super happy to have it on this book. It's the Millennium Edition of The Dark Knight Returns. How many of these are out there? I know the original Legends of The Dark Knight Returns. There's probably a gazillion of those signed out there, but Millennium Edition maybe not so much. So that's the back of it. Oh, the other thing too, the reason why it took a little bit longer is when it came back, it had all kind of scuff marks all over the case, and said he's like, I'm not giving this to you. So he sent it back. Got everything was for free to get sent back. So you figure if I did it myself and it came back all scratched up and stuff, I'm probably looking at another $30, because I think this got shipped directly from CGC to me. So because of FedEx, because that was the other problem too. Keep going on about this book. They do, I guess, the signature, they won't put it in your mailbox or some shit. So they put it in your you have to wait for a signature. Well, I work for a fucking living here, so I kept missing them. And then once I came on the Sunday, so I was watching the Steelers. But yeah, super happy with it. Like I said, just after I spent I'm thinking to myself, man, I could have probably picked up another couple Spawn books, couple extras. I know I already showed this one, but I figured I'll just show the CGC books that I picked up this year, or graded books I should say, because I got one from a different company. Spawn, this is 117, just a random issue. I ended up picking up for like $20, 7.5, but I don't care. Like that, I forgot to mention that this came back in 9.0. I mean, yay, you know what I mean? I'm always been a very fine plus, very fine minus when I'm trying to put stuff together. As I go back through the ages, like the Silver Age, then it's like, okay, if I can get good, if it presents nice and not full of mold. Before we get to the rest of the CGC books, I'll show you the one book that was from a different company. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty impressed with it. So I might not be done sending stuff out, but I might try this company. But I know they get a bad rap on all the sites and stuff. But it's PGX. This is a Hell Arisen issue number 3. Of course, the first full appearance of Punchline. 9.4. I'm really impressed with these cases, because I'll show you in 1 second why I'm like, but it seems that it's really tight. Yeah. I also have, I think this is like my 4th copy of Hell Arisen number 3, the first print. I got probably about 6 or 7 of the 2nd and 3rd print also. So this is one of those books I speculate on, which I'm not a speculator. I just, I always say, repeat this multiple times. I'm like the Pete Rose of speculating. I only speculate on stuff I'm already buying. So I'm betting to win, and it's stuff I like, and I'm a fan of this, fan of Punchline. I think it's one of those modern characters that are just, for the times. So. But yeah, I'm really impressed with these cases. It feels sturdy. It looks like it's, I've never actually even seen one of these, but it looks like it's sealed inside here too. So again, you won't see me I think I might actually have the fill up. Maybe next time I'll have the whole thing filled with just books, graded books. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, I showed this one before, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I figured I showed it again, but this is the book that I picked up this year also. Batman Adventures. This is my second graded copy actually, of Batman Adventures issue number 12. Of course, the first appearance of Harley Quinn. I got a 5.0 in this. It's a CGC book too, so it's funny. I paid the same amount I paid for this is what I paid for that other book, and I thought I got a really good deal on that 5.0 for it was like $245. So I pretty much got this the same. So probably gonna end up getting rid of that one eventually, but I'm not a reseller either, so shit'll sit around here forever. This one I picked up at it was a local shop that was having a sale, so I think I ended up paying like $40 for this book, which is blew my mind, but a really good deal on it. So this is Spawn issue number 223, one from my Spawn collection that I needed. Yeah, they said they literally just put that on the floor, or on the floor that morning, and I just set up to be in the shop at the right time, right place, and all that. But yeah, I have the what's that called? The Watchmen of the homage covers. I'm Spawned through that. I think it's like 220 to 232 or something like that. So this is gonna be the murderer's row of of trying to complete that run. So I got one of the books out of the way. It's the Walking Dead homage. Yeah, it's 9.6. Again, I don't care. I paid $40 for it. I think I would, probably crack it open. I'd probably sell it for more, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting that, yeah, I'm finding a lot of deals too. Through especially on eBay sites like that. A couple of things I just had to pass on. I'm still looking for one book because I got another one off my list, but I'm still looking for Amazing Spider-Man 300. And if I do buy it on eBay, it'll definitely be graded, because with covers that have like certain like dark black, I just want to make sure it's not the old cover touch on it with the old Sharpie or something. Then again, you just get Todd McFarlane to sign over it. Yes, this is, I paid, I can't remember how much I paid for this. I think it was under 50, so I'll just say that. This is another character that came out recently, like with the Punchline era. This is Teen Titans, issue number 12. The first full appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. Love that character. I bought this when, can't remember. I gotta cut that in here. When Rhea Ripley came out with the like the costume of the Batman Who Laughs, but so I want to read online, find this, and it was like, they're pretty cheap. I mean, you can get a higher grade than this, I think, for under $125. I think this is one of them characters. It's iconic, but they threw it. They put them so much out there, overexposed them. I mean, instead of just the comics does that, man. They find something that's like, hooking on. Man, they're gonna pump that thing for all it's worth. So yeah, 9.4. I'm happy with this grade. This is another book. I think I own this copy and 2 more copies. So it's one of the books that I speculating on, but will that character ever reach the heights of that again? Popularity, probably not. It's just one of them things. But the reason why I brought that up with the PGX comic, the thing I noticed, and this is with a couple of my graded books, but you probably can't see, but you can hear it. It's moving around in there, so it's not really tightly sealed or anything. And that's a little just nerve-wracking to me. Like, if I had like a a Fantastic Four and I could hear it jiggling around in there, Fantastic Four #1, I'd be like, I don't fucking know. But a book like this, I'm alright with it. But yeah, I got it, and I was like, this happened to all of them, and then I felt the other one too. So the last book is a book I've been hunting for a long time. So what I did with this is my credit card. I have a couple credit cards, so I put it on credit. No, no, I never do that. I don't. If I don't have the money, I don't buy stuff on credit. I never do. But what I did do is, every time I swipe the card, I pay all my bills on time. No, I pay all my bills. Grocery shopping. Every time I do it, I just swipe it, and I wait till the end of the month. You know, now it's turned into a finance channel, but at the end of the month, I just pay everything off all at once, and I get cash back on it. So I started saving. I think it was like almost probably about 2.5 years ago. So I kind of built up so high. I still got money that I need to spend on. But I've been wanting this book for a while now. I'm a huge fan of the character, even though it's Marvel, but but no, seriously. I'm a huge fan of this character. I like the movies. My brother had this book when we were younger, but it's New Mutants '98. Just one of those books that I've been wanting, and it's just been way overpriced for a long time. Now it's starting to finally come down. I sent the best offer to this person because I saw this book was on there for at least a week or two. That's another hint for you folks. If you're like searching for a book that you want but you don't want to really pay, see if there's anything that's been up there for a while. Well, it might have been, probably. Just buy it now. It wasn't on the auction, so if it was under auction, you wouldn't be able to do it. But if it's buy it now, like it's been sitting in the store or something like that. Anyways, I did a buy it now on it, or I made it. Let's rewind that. I did make an offer. They had it they wanted $260, I think, for it, and I put it for lower than that. Decent price, but it came out to pretty close to $250, I think, after shipping and all that stuff, and it's normal CGC price shipping. It was like $16 or whatever. So, finally glad to have this in my collection. Again, Amazing Spider-Man 300 is the last one that I need for my childhood. My childhood, characters that came out when I first started collecting, or around the beginning when I started collecting. So, but again, I'm not chasing CGC books. I'm not chasing graded books by any means. To me, it's I'm in that school of it's great to have books, graded books, but it feels really empty to me, especially when I send away for one. But I think what I'm going to do, and I'll show it in probably in the upcoming video. Let me see if I have it. Let's just do it now, huh? So I ended up picking up this book for, was it $20? I think I paid for it. What the heck that is? I ended up picking up, Hulk 271. You can see it's got a bend there. But the reason why I want to send this book in is I'd like to get it, as you can see, it's got some gnarly looking, you'd skateboard off of it, But, it's got some, it's a decent looking book. I mean, it's a little discolored, but I think if it gets clean and stuff, I'm going to see what happens. So I might send this book into PGX just to see what it's like, see what their pressing is like. But overall, it's not in bad condition. So, I think, I'm not a grader by any means, but I think it could come back easily. Maybe a 5.0 because it's complete. And I'll look at, when I get it underneath the microscope, we'll do a little bit of detail on it. But I'm going to send that book out. I think that, and their prices are way cheaper than CGC. I'm not a reseller, so I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? What if it's really worth or anything like that? But I'd like to at least get it pressed and cleaned to see what it looks like, because I think that book can clean up pretty nice and get pressed to where it might even flirt with, I guess it would be like a 7.0. At least what was that, 7.0? it's a pretty decent grade for that kind of book. Is it worth it? Probably not, but just something to try. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. I'll hopefully have another video out next week. Maybe I'll go through that book next week, page by page. I think I annoyed the guy a little bit because, you know, the rule on this channel, anything over $20 that's before we'll say 1990, 1988, this dude right here is page count and everything. So I asked them to put, you know, and I never, the other thing too, tip for you new collectors also, is always let the person selling the book open the book for you. Don't be that guy, you know, where you open it up and get tape stuck on it and, you know, rips the cover. Let them do it. If it rips them in their hands, hey, it's their problem. But yeah, I was like flipping through the book, yeah, doing my page count. I could just tell, like, he's like, yeah, it's $20. I mean, yeah, it's $20. It's my $20, man. I don't know where the hell you come from. All right, now officially we're getting the hell out of here. All right, guys, I'll talk to you next time.